if he had revealed his religion, it would have become a very parochial sect coming to him. Baba stood for oneness, basically. Baba stood for oneness. Now, here is a man who kept chanting Allah Malik, but was absolutely and completely in love with Lord Hanuman. Okay. In fact, one day a group of Muslim gentlemen had come to Masjid I, and they wanted to garland a particular symbol which Muslims revere. And they realized that the symbol was not there. So Baba very coolly told them, why don't you go and garland it to Hanumanji? So they said, how can we do that? How can we garland, we are Muslims. So he said, he's Allah. He's Allah. So this is the kind of reverence Baba had for Hanumanji. But on the other hand, everything of his was Sufi. Allah Malik whole time.
Many of you might already be very familiar with that phrase. He's known to channel Shirdi Sai Baba and is one of the most influential spiritual writers of our times. He's authored more than 20 books on the subject, including Rabda, the famous Fakir quadrology, and Ice with Very Unusual Spirits. I'm your host Palak, and my guest today is none other than Ruzbeh Bharucha. Ruzbeh's accidental entry into the world of books began with a miscommunication. He was the editor of a liquor magazine and his publisher asked him to write a book on spirits. Now, Ruzbeh thought it to be the afterlife. Today, thousands and millions, in fact, of people across the globe are inspired by his words, and his books have been translated into several languages. Welcome to the Palak Mehta Show, the place to discover the secret gems of India. Namaste. Thank you once again, Ruzbeh for coming on this show, and I'm very pleased to have you here with us.
No, it's been an honor that you thought of me. First of all, Happy New Year to you and all your viewers. And I hope this coming year is filled with prosperity, health, and calmness.
Thank you so much. It's totally Baba's grace that you came into mind and you even agreed to do this interview. So I totally dedicated at his feet. So speaking of Baba, we want to talk to you about in this interview. We will talk about your author writing, your journey with Baba. But first, if you could tell us who, according to you, was the man called Sai Baba.
See, you must understand one thing very clearly. Baba was very clear that he didn't want anybody to pry into his past. He was very clear that, in fact, he used to get very upset when people tried to probe whether he was a Hindu, whether he was a Muslim, where he was born, who his parents were, who his guru were. He was very, very secretive. And there was a reason for it, because he realized that if he had revealed his religion, it would have become a very parochial sect coming to him. Baba stood for oneness, basically. Baba stood for oneness. Now, here is a man who kept chanting Allah Malik, but was absolutely and completely in love with Lord Hanuman. Okay. In fact, one day a group of Muslim gentlemen had come to Masjid I, and they wanted to garland a particular symbol which Muslims revere. And they realized that the symbol was not there. So Baba very coolly told them, why don't you go and garland it to Hanumanji? So they said, how can we do that? How can we garland, we are Muslims. So he said, he's Allah. He's Allah. So this is the kind of reverence Baba had for Hanumanji. But on the other hand, everything of his was Sufi. Allah Malik whole time. He used to do the Fakir before he ate. He was a non-vegetarian. He was an enigma and he'll always remain an enigma. Who the real Sai Baba is, only the real Sai Baba knows. For me, all that matters is he never discriminated between religion, between caste, between sex, between gender, nothing. He was love personified. He was beyond religion. The problem is we are yet stuck onto religion. That's the problem. We don't want to grow beyond religion. We don't want to we don't want to dive into the ocean of oneness and spirituality. We want to be stuck in the bylane of religion. Religion eventually, in today's time, divides people. Spirituality unites people. But people don't seem to understand that. People don't seem to understand that.
So true. You mentioned that. I remember I was interviewing Salman Chishti once, and he's the Qadi Nashin of Ajmer Sharif Dargah. He told me that Muslim Sufi saints, they used to actually practice, and all the way Muslims used to come and learn yoga from Gorakhnath Baba. So it was a very harmonious, very like the whole concept of spirituality, of religion was kind of complementing each other.
Palak, you need to understand one thing. If you're truly spiritual, you are beyond the narrow-mindedness that human beings keep trying to inflict on everybody.
Yeah.
If you are really spiritual, then religion becomes a stepping stone to oneness. Another problem, the real problem is there's nothing wrong with the religions. Mm-hmm. The problem is those people who are trying to put their two-bit, to put their ideology, to put their fanatism, to put their chauvinism into it. That is the problem. There's nothing wrong. I don't think any religion has ever preached anything wrong. But it is we human beings who are messing things up, like always, like always. I believe one thing, we are, the human species, the scum of creation. So.
Also has the potential to be greatness, but more often not scum these days.
It is a very strange species. It has got the potential of godhood or being the scum of creation. The problem is there is no middle point to human beings. That is the problem.
I remember you said that Baba had asked you, you're a Zoroastrian, and Baba had asked you through your channeling to practice your religion first.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on that, please?
See, I was a very reluctant medium because for a simple reason, I was living a life which one would not really call religious. Okay, and suddenly Baba starts coming through me, or at least I believe he is coming through me, and he tells me one thing very straight: if you do not pray your religious prayers, don't take my name. He said, first respect the religion you're born into, then take my name. And he's clear. I've been channeling for over 20 years now, and he's clear on that. He's very big on Kul Devi, Kul Devta, the family deity. Start your day with their prayers and then take the name of whichever goddess, god, guru you want to. But he's very clear on that. That is what I love about Baba. He's so cool. He doesn't try to take you away from your, upbringing. He doesn't try to take you away from your religion. He doesn't try to take you away from your spiritual beliefs. No, nothing. He just tries to incorporate more love for the goddess god guru in every form.
My Guru Mohanji, he always says Baba is a force. He's a phenomena. He's,
Yeah.
what do you feel? Because even today, we feel that Baba is so alive, and not that he left his body, so he left the planet. He's very much alive and active and guiding people.
For me, Baba is a rock star. I mean, he's a rock star. Yeah. You know, I'm writing this book called Sai Oneness. It's about Baba's life. I'm researching a lot of work on Baba. And I've realized one thing, that he was so broad-minded, he was so cool. There was not a bone of orthodox thinking in him, no fanaticism in him. All he wanted was love. All he wanted was complete surrender. And remember one thing, when we say faith, I have faith in Baba. What is the real meaning of that? Palak? The real meaning is I have faith in Baba's wisdom, that whatever I am going to go through, it is coming forth from his wisdom and approval, and I have faith in that, and I will accept it joyously. That is the meaning of faith. Faith does not mean, oh, I have faith in Baba, he'll get my work done. No, that is not faith. Those are conditions we are putting on a master. We are telling him, hey, I am saying your name, I am doing your aarti, I am putting flowers on you, now you better get my work done. Those are the conditions we are putting on a master. Faith is basically joyous surrender to the will of your master. कि जो भी होगा मेरे लिए अच्छा ही होगा. Because my master's approval is in that. So what I'm trying to tell you is, how many of us have that kind of faith, Palak? How many of us really say, Baba knows best, I mean, I will accept whatever is in store for me, he knows best, period. How many of us really live by that? It's very easy to say, oh, I believe in this goddess, God, Guru. If you truly believe in that goddess, God, Guru, is that faith unconditional, no business deal, no barter, no agendas? Is that your faith? Because if that is not your faith, then my friend, then there is no faith.
Right. Somewhere along the way, maybe, people would practice dharma, people would practice devotion for the sake of devotion, not for wanting anything in turn. But that has been left, that's been lost somewhere on the way, and we have to start talking about it, reminding people. Because why do you think that is? In Baba's time, when people would come to Baba, were there people who were coming to him simply for transactions, and how would he deal with them?
You know, you know, in 1916, or was it 1917, 1 year exactly before Baba took Samadhi, one evening he tore all his clothes. He stood naked. And he told everyone, look now. You'll keep asking about my religion, look now. And eventually, everyone pacified him. Shambhoji was there, he pacified him, and Baba got cooled down. And then they asked him, what happened, Baba? He said, I'm fed up, nobody is coming to me for the real things. Nobody is coming to me for what I really want to give them. Everyone is coming with an agenda. Everyone is coming with a pot ulta. Nobody is coming with the pot sida. He said everyone is coming with an agenda. They only want materialistic things. Nobody is coming from true love, and nobody is coming seeking the gems, the real gems of spirituality. And it's always been there, Palak. It's not that I've written a book called The Perfect Ones. The Perfect Ones is a book on biographies of all goddess god gurus, masters, Sufis, missionaries, name it, yogis. And I've realized that all the perfect ones were quite disillusioned at the end of their journey.
Really?
Bhagwan Nityananda of Ganeshpuri.
Yeah.
So one day, he was another cool cat. So one day, he just tells everyone, okay, tomorrow I'm leaving my body. So everyone says, what? How can you just leave your body, I mean, he says, no, I'm leaving my body now. I'm tired now. I've done what I had to. Nobody wants anyway what I'm come here to give. So I'm tired. So they said, no, please, you can't leave your body. So he said, okay, I'll not leave my body. On one condition, get me one person who is living the life as I have wanted that person to live the life. Get me one person who is truly surrendered, no agendas. Get me one person. And Palak, they couldn't get any person. So what I'm trying to tell you is, how many of us are truly lovers of our master? Following the master, you walk on the road and start screaming something, people will follow you. What is the big thing? Famous terrorists in the world have followers. So followers kya hota hai? Kuch bhi nahi. How many disciples do you have? That is the important. Nowadays, everyone wants to talk about, I have got X number of followers. So what? Does that make you any more spiritual? You got to ask, how many disciples do you have? How many people do you have who are willing not only to die for you, but live your word? And you'll realize you don't have many. So, I think, yes, Baba was disillusioned. But he wasn't the only one. Most of the masters were disillusioned.
What is it that stops us from diving in fully? Is it our own karmic baggage, or the humans is just scared to surrender? Because a master like Baba, he can burn away lifetimes in one go. He does not need to wait for you to be ready. He's patient, waiting still, because it's a free will oriented platform. So, what do you feel that we can do more to increase our surrender? Can it be done through awareness?
I'll tell you what, Palak, what stops us is basically ignorance and our stupendous stupidity. Okay. See, listen to me. First of all, you have to decide one thing. What is your faith? Do you believe in a higher force? First, decide that. Then, if you believe in a higher force, then that force has to be a just force, can't be a partial force. If the power you believe in is a just power, a non-partial power, then automatically the laws of karma come in. Automatically, there is no other way out. I would rather not believe in God than believe in creation where laws of karmas don't exist. I would rather not believe in God. Because for a very simple reason, Palak, if that happens, you're talking about a partial God. You're talking about a God that works on a whim. And I don't want such a God. So now if you believe in a supreme power, you believe the supreme power is just, and you believe in the laws of cause and effect, then you should understand that apart from the ability of giving my best, I don't have anything else in my hand. I don't have anything else in my control. The only thing I can do, the only real thing I can do, Palak, is give my best. That's all. I can't do anything beyond that. You're getting what I'm saying? So when you come to the realization that all I can do is give my best, then you will automatically surrender to the will of your master.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that your will be done. Just give me the strength and wisdom to go through whatever is in store for me happily, gracefully, calmly, courageously. That's it. That's it. Beyond that, what is there?
Just doing your best, also living every moment with awareness, that itself is quite a lot, so we can't do more than that anyway.
I believe that is the foundation of spirituality. Giving your best and leaving the rest joyously at the feet of your goddess, God, Guru is the foundation of spirituality. For me, that is spirituality in a nutshell.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, that is spirituality in a nutshell.
Living with complete surrender, detachment.
Joyous surrender. Palak, joyous surrender.
What is the opposite of that?
Grudging surrender.
Won't that be then, though, that life brings you at a position where you have no option but to surrender?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. It's a grudging surrender. Kya kare, I am lost. So then you say, let it be. So then you become fatalistic.
It's out of helplessness.
Yes. So you either are filled with faith or then you become fatalistic. I don't want you to become fatalistic. I want you to surrender joyously. Even if my nose is being rubbed to the ground, Baba knows best.
Exactly.
It is difficult, Palak. I'm not saying it's easy. It's damn difficult. It's a painful affair. Who is saying it is easy? I'm not saying it's easy.
But that's true faith, isn't it?
Yeah. But that, for me, that is the only faith. I don't believe there is any other kind of faith. I believe all the other things are business transactions. I don't believe that is faith, Palak.
Amazing. It takes intense maturity to arrive there, so I have to.
Palak, I think it takes intense love to arrive there. When you love your master or your goddess God so much that I leave everything at your feet. Jo karna hai aap kar lo. It is complete surrender, annihilation of your ego. Complete annihilation of your ego. And that is why people don't do it. Because they don't want to let go of their ego. So.
Amazing. Could you share some of the beautiful miracles of Baba? And I know we will come to that as well, the relevance of miracles. But if you could tell some amazing miracles from your point of view from Baba's life when he was in his body.
I'll tell you what. The problem is we are stuck on miracles. That's a problem. So even if you see all these serials made on Sai Baba, they are only talking about miracles. What they don't seem to understand is the greatest miracle is when you convert someone from darkness into light. That is the greatest miracle. That is a miracle. When you convert a hardened, negative, pessimistic, self-centered person into a selfless, compassionate human being, I think that is a miracle. So for me, if you read the Satcharitra, if you read the stories of Baba, what used to Baba used to say what? Okay, there are certain times I can't do much about you. Your will play its role. Okay, he used to say it. And he said, wherever I feel I can do something about you, I will do it. He said, but if your karma necessitates you to go through a particular thing, then so be it. You will go through a particular thing. Even when he was in the body, people have suffered a lot. He said, when you have to go through a particular thing, you have to respect the laws of karma, period. There's no other way out. Okay, Palak? But otherwise, he performed miracles left, right, and center.
Yeah.
He was not shy about performing miracles. Like Tajuddin Baba, Sai Baba was, his manifesto was to perform miracles at a drop of a hat. But there are a lot of masters who never perform miracles on purpose. That doesn't mean they were any lesser than Sai Baba or Tajuddin Baba. Like Meher Baba, Avatar Meher Baba did not believe in performing miracles.
Yeah, he never did. True.
Yeah, he never. He in fact said, I will not perform any miracle. Your greatest miracle is you will selflessly obey me and completely love me. That is your miracle, period. We are, this whole performing of miracle is what, Palak? It is manipulation of energy.
Yeah.
And that is where the problem is. Now, suppose if you come in front of me and I can manipulate energy, you are going to get besotted by my powers. You are not going to become a better human being.
In fact, I might even have more expectations.
Yes. I am not taking you out of darkness. I am getting you in my vanch. I am getting you into my power.
So do the miracles hold any relevance at all?
See, listen. Sometimes when a master knows that a particular episode now has outlived its time, a particular episode was supposed to make you more compassionate and you've become compassionate, then the master says, now no need for another 2.5 years suffering. What the incident was supposed to teach this child has been achieved. The master would take the suffering off. But suppose the master feels that no, you have not learned anything. You have not learned anything. Then the master would say, no, we will leave it to the laws of karma, we will leave it to this and we will leave it to that.
When Sai Baba was smoking chillum, often was he trying to feel his body, and would that also distract regular people? They would just feel that, hey, he's just a beggar, a pauper, sitting there smoking his chillum. So was there a purpose to it? And often a lot of masters, in fact, in Pune, you might have heard of Shankar Maharaj.
Shankar Maharaj, yes. I was just coming to Shankar Maharaj. I've written a biography of Shankar Maharaj in Perfect Ones. And he used to purposely carry a flask of brandy. Okay? He used to purposely carry a flask of brandy. And he used to smoke.
When you say,
I think he used to... No, he would purposely carry a flask of brandy and drink it in front of certain people. And one person asked him that, why are you doing this? I know that you're not addicted to brandy. But why do you do it? Why are you pissing people off? And he said, you see, I don't want people who have such kind of thinking that they're so narrow-minded that just because I'm having something, I'm no longer spiritual. So he said, I don't want such people. I want people to go beyond my body and come to me. I don't want people to be completely making decisions about myself. Oh, he eats non-veg, oh, he has brandy, oh, he's smoking a cigarette, so he can't be spiritual. So his agenda was, I don't want such people. Where Sai Baba was concerned, Sai Baba used to abuse a lot. Huh? Okay, I mean, they don't write about it in books.
He had a temper.
He had a temper, he used to thrash people, he used to abuse a lot. I mean...
to react to his language.
I have written a book called Rabda.
Yeah.
There I have used Baba's language and it did not go down well with people. Okay? Meher Baba, when till he didn't start his journey of silence, he used to abuse a lot.
I didn't know that. Really.
Yes, these masters have their own traits. What they will try and do is that suppose you are going to judge them on their diet or their speech or their dress sense, they will push you more. Till you drop all those prejudices and stupid mind frame and say, no, I am seeing beyond all this.
And I think in contemporary times, it's very easy to call somebody a womanizer or call them materialistic. So every time and era also has its own sort of gimmicks that they play.
See, listen to me. Listen to me. The thing is this. The thing is this. You have to go beyond the quirks of the master to understand who the master is. Your limited mind will not understand it. It is only when you surrender with love at the feet of the master you will understand it. Yes, the problem is in nowadays to differentiate between a guru and a con man is very difficult.
Because of technology, because we can't, experience their presence so much in person.
No. You see, because people are so misguided, they can be fooled by anybody. So it's becoming difficult. So that is why nowadays I tell people, search for the guru inside you. Better. Don't search for gurus outside you, because a guru outside you there are chances could be a con man. Okay.
And when you're sort of connecting within you, you automatically guided. I mean, at least I believe so, to the right master when you're eligible. Because the connection outside, but it has to start from inside. They will guide you from within. Is that true?
Go into the state of silence, and there you will find your goddess God Guru. And that state of silence will eventually lead you to maybe a physical master. The question to ask is, what is the job of a master? What is guru? What is the meaning of guru? The one who takes you out of darkness into light is a guru. So, and the guru, actual guru, will not want anything from you. There are no agendas with the guru. You go and give something, the guru might say, okay. But the guru will not ask anything from you, will not have an agenda from you. So that's your guru. You will understand that this man does not want anything from me. So, but yeah, we don't want gurus, We want crutches. We want a crutch. We don't want a guru. We want a crutch.
Dependent on the guru also.
Yeah, we want a crutch basically. We don't want to soar into oneness. No. We want a crutch who says, "Nay, this job is not good. Nay, this problem will get resolved. Don't marry this person. Marry this person." We want a walking, talking astrological box. That's what we want.
That's unfortunately, that's the introduction of meeting a master or spirituality today to some people. I completely agree with you. But a true master really, for the lack of a better word, sometimes kick your butt, saying that, all right, this is who you are. He probably will display all your weaknesses and strengths in front of you. Then what do? You have no option but to face it. So do you think acceptance has some role to play? And did Sai Baba do something like that in his time?
Palak, every master knows which button to press, okay, of an individual. all the masters, and Baba was no exception. He knew which button to press. So let's say a person came, suited, booted in front of Baba, filled with himself. And Baba would say, okay, today I'm not feeling too well. Take my begging bowl and go to 5 houses and beg for food. He would do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or let's say somebody was exceedingly fanatical Hindu. So he would tell him, come for lunch, and he would make him sit around with only Muslims. His way of teaching that, listen, get beyond all the
Breaking all concepts.
Yes, not breaking them, burning them down. Baba didn't believe in breaking, he would just burn it down.
Yeah, it's truly one of a kind. Did Baba had any true disciples?
No, I would like to believe that he had disciples who breathed Baba, who did nothing beyond what Baba wanted of them. Most of them are not mentioned too often in Satcharitra. Okay? But there was one disciple who would only drink water which Baba had bathed in. Okay?
Who was he? Is it
I'm not too good at names there, but there was this one disciple. So Baba had disciples. He had disciples who, after Baba left his body, in a few months they left their body. They could not live without him. Yeah. So yes, he had lovers. He had lovers, but they were minuscule. They were minuscule.
Has Sai Baba been misunderstood today? What do you think? You always call him as a beacon of oneness, and you don't personally ever focus on his miracles rather than his teachings.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Is it as his teachings being misunderstood, or actually people have started to understand oneness more?
I'll give you an example. Mankind, we are damn smart. We are just over smart. So they will say, Baba has told us not to fast. Okay? And they will not fast. But what about the 100 things that Baba has told you to do? Are you doing any of them? No, that is conveniently forgotten. They will only remember, Baba has told us not to fast. But Baba has told us not to lie, Baba has told us not to cheat, Baba has told us to be selfless. All that has gone down the drain. So we have devotees who are very convenient.
But real life scenario, if for instance, if there are 10 things and you know that practically for you're pushing all your limits, you can only achieve, say, 8.
Doesn't matter. No, at least go for 8. No, go for 8. I'm not telling you that we need to do everything that Baba has said. We are human beings. We are flawed. But at least let's try and do a bit. He's told us to be compassionate. He's told us not to slander. He's told us that Sabka Malik Ek, go beyond religion, caste, gender. When someone is hungry, and you got 2 rotis, share at least half a roti with that person. He's not told us very difficult things to do, Palak. He's not told us very difficult things to do. But we find even those things unacceptable. We will only stick to, Baba has said, don't fast. Convenient.
What do you do in your daily life to remind yourself of the practices to follow?
I'm flawed, very clearly, and there'll be many who will vouch for that. I truly, and I'm not saying it out of false modesty or anything, I truly believe that I am the dust of Baba. And The only thing that matters to me is, in a day, am I making him happy and proud of me? And I will fall, but I'll get up fast and move on. Okay? Yes, I try to chant his name. Yes, I remember him whenever I eat or drink water. And I go to sleep with his name in my heart and in my mind. Nothing big, the boring stuff. Nothing big.
He said one of the most beautiful things, which is a key takeaway for all of us, is that it's okay to fall, but quickly get back up. Don't stop there. Have faith and keep moving. And when you are not relatively attached to the ego, it's easier to come back because you accept your weaknesses and move.
I feel one thing. If you truly love Baba, it's very easy. If you aim to love him, the problem starts there. If you claim to love him, then you have to put an effort, no?
Absolutely. Then it's so natural to you.
Yes, then you have to put an effort, and putting an effort means you're going to fall. See, my concept is clear. Okay, let's say I am a very, very hot-tempered human being. Okay? But yet I want to make Baba happy and proud of me. But I know I have a problem with my tongue. I'm clear on that. So what will I do? I'll tell myself, today, instead of just yapping away my mouth, at least 15 times, I will make sure I keep my mouth shut. I will start with 15 times.
When you were tempted to react.
Yes, 15 times today I will not react. I might react 60 times, but 15 times I will not react. And as time passes by, you increase your non-reaction time. So maybe after 3 weeks, I say, okay, from today, I will not react 20 times. Maybe in 2-3 years' time, you will come to a point where you might just react once or twice a day. I am saying start that way.
That's genuinely very practical. That's what you call being, and I've seen your interviews where you've spoken of the word centered many times.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. We are flawed. I understand that. I am completely with you on that. But even in your state of flawedness, try and get better, no? Just like many people come to me and say, we want to give up smoking. But we can't, we've gone into rehab, nothing works. So Baba's philosophy is very simple. Okay, how many cigarettes do you smoke? They'll say, I smoke 20 cigarettes a day. So Baba say, okay, for 1 week, only smoke 19 cigarettes. Come back again after 1 week. Okay, now cut down 2 more cigarettes. So for the next week, smoke only 17 cigarettes. Slowly, you come down to 1 cigarette.
He's allowing you to play your karma out with awareness, with full...
In a very gentle way, in a very doable way. Because if you're doing something, it has to come naturally. It cannot be forced. I know so many people who will get up 4-5 days in Brahma Muhurat and meditate, and then they are snoring away. Why do that? Why don't you meditate at a time that suits you? You will be able to do it every day.
Start somewhere, basically.
Start somewhere and do it at a time that suits you. Let's say 4 o'clock in the afternoon suits you. Start that time, no?
Thank you. Let's come to you. You've had a phenomenal journey. You started out with being an editor of the business section in Indian Express, and this was way back in 2000, right?
No, 1994. 1994.
1994, and then in 2000 you started writing about mysticism. So was this whole period a transition for you? When did your interest in
No,
spirituality?
no. You see, I knew I wanted to be an author in my last year of college. Okay.
Okay.
So I came out with a magazine called Venture,
Yes.
and I started writing books in the last year of my college. I used to write them, then after 6 months, pick them up and read it and say, oh God, this is horrible. And I used to tear them away. Remember, we didn't have laptops or computers those days. It was manual typewriter. So I don't have any of those copies that I've written. One day, I was, and you must understand, I was the editor of a liquor magazine, okay? Not just any magazine, I was the editor of a liquor magazine. I was the first editor in India of a liquor magazine. So I was in another spirit world those days.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got into some issue, and I lost my job. And I'd become a dad at the age of 24. So I was a very young dad. And I had 2 children by the time I was 26 and a half. And here I was 26 and a half and unemployed, bankrupt. So I went to this publisher, Jaico Publishers. I think Mr. Sharma. And he used to go on telling me that, Ruzbeh, write a book, write a book, write a book. So I said, okay. So I went with him. I went to him and I told him, Mr. Sharma, I've written 3 books. Please take them, publish them, give me any money. I require money. I'm in bad shape.
Was this about spirituality, the 3
No,
books?
no. There was no spirituality. They were all violence and all those books. There was spirituality that time.
Drama and action.
Yes. All Jack Higgins style, drama, action, murder, sex, everything was there. So he told me, but Ruzbeh, I don't print fiction. So I said, okay, just take one book, just for me, just give me some money. I need money. So he said, let's do one thing. Why don't you write a book on spirits? Now, the poor man was talking about the liquor industry. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought he was talking about life after death and ghosts and all that.
I mean, you had nobody to tell you and steer you in that direction.
No. It just came out of the blue. It just shows how my mind works. Okay? So it just came out of the blue. So for 15 minutes, he is talking about the alcohol industry without mentioning alcohol. I am talking about the spirit world without mentioning the spirit world. And we both are smoking and having a cup of chai and this and that. Then he tells me, you must write about hangovers. I looked at him and I said, they get hangovers also? How do they get hangovers? So he said, of course, Ruzbeh, if you drink a lot, you will get hangovers. I said, but why about in the spirit plane they drink a lot? I don't get it. What are you talking? He said, what spirit plane are you talking about? I'm talking about the booze industry. Write a book on alcohol. So I said, oh, you want alcohol? I thought you were talking about life after death. So then he stopped and he said, you know what, Ruzbeh, I like your idea better. Why don't you write a book on life after death? So that is how I got into this. So it's thanks to the liquor industry, I got into another spirit industry.
Amazing. I see it as a way that Baba will pull you out from whichever lifetime, whichever situation, no matter what.
Yeah. So that's how, of course, I was interested in the occult. It's not that I was not interested in the occult. I've grown up interested in the occult. I was into yoga. My favorite book even now is the autobiography of a yogi. Okay. It's not that I was not interested in it, but this was completely a wacky conversation.
Yeah.
And so to do research on mediums, I decided to become a medium. You understand what I'm saying? I was writing a book on mediums, right? The last marathon is a book on life and death and life after death and spirit communication. So I told myself, if I'm writing a book, and I was a journalist, I was an editor. So, I came from that mindset. If I'm writing something, I need to research on that. And then all the mediums would go on telling me, you know, we can see Sai Baba of Shirdi standing next to you. And I used to ask them, why is he standing next to me? I mean, the poor guy, you know, why is he standing next to me? And they would say, no, you all are connected. And I said, why connected? I drink, I smoke, I curse, I do everything. Oh, what connection are you talking about? And they would say, no, you all are connected, you all are connected. And that is how my journey with Baba started. Though, of course, my family, both my mom and dad's side, were absolute Baba lovers. Absolute Baba lovers. I don't remember much about my childhood, but I certainly remember my pilgrimage to Shirdi and back. I was around 11 years old, and I remember it distinctly. And so the first thing Baba did was to get me unemployed and bankrupt. So that's how loving he is. If he loves you, that is how he shows his love. Get this guy completely flattened on the ground, then we will talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you started auto writing, how did it come about? I mean, it's difficult to consciously decide to be a medium. Isn't it something which has to happen to you organically?
See, I tell you what. I am of the firm belief that each individual can connect with the divine energy. I don't believe only a few people are gifted to be mediums. I don't believe in that. I believe if you truly love your goddess God Guru, you truly want to serve people, you'll become a medium. Okay? Maybe you might not do automatic writing. You might become a tarot card medium. You might become a healing medium for healing. But kuch na kuch to medium you will become. I don't believe that you have to be born to be a medium. The fact that we are within us, contain the spirit of the creator within us, that is good enough to become a medium. Because you anyway have the spirit of the creator within you. It's already there within you. Now, how much you want to manifest it, Palak, is going to decide everything. How much do you want to manifest? So I don't believe in the shit that, oh, mediums are born. No, I don't believe in all that. Anybody can become a medium here. Anybody can.
Joyous living surrender.
Yes. It's your free will, your love, and your junoon to be a medium. So when I started, I remember they told me it'll take you months and all to get connected and all. I said, okay. So the connect started in the first 2-3 days only. So I thought, you know what, this is all my mind. This is my mind playing.
Because your intention was there and you were empty. So
yes. And I was unemployed. You must understand that also. No kaam dhanda.
Yeah.
I had no kaam dhanda also. I was completely the right channel. Empty, unemployed, bankrupt. So Baba said, this guy is a perfect vessel, let me come in him. So, it took me 2 years to accept that Baba comes to me. I didn't accept it. Even now, there are times when I don't accept it. I said, nahi yaar, I think I'm conning people. If these poor people are coming to me, I think I am really conning them.
The ego which keeps coming, right?
Yes, because my thing is very simple. Why should he come to me? I'm flawed. There must be so many better human beings that he can go and spend his time there. So, and I say this not out of some modesty. I'm being very open with you. That even now I have my doubts sometimes that is it Baba or is it some wacko that in my mind that I'm just thinking?
I feel like, even the thought of Baba does not come to you if he doesn't give it to you. So, of
Yeah, I know. All those logical things I have pondered over. But yeah, yeah. So that's it.
Amazing. Is there anything that you'd like to share with our viewers today? What is the message that we can take away what Baba wants to give to everybody?
See, I'll tell you one thing, Palak. Very, very simple. I'll tell you one thing. These are tough times. Don't make it tougher on yourself by negative thoughts, by pessimistic thoughts. If you truly love Baba, if you truly love Baba, then have faith that he knows best and leave it to that. Joyously surrender at his feet. Joyously surrender at his feet. I don't have any other message, honestly. Walk the talk and talk the walk. I would rather not have faith in Baba than have this banya kind of faith. Balance sheet hai, jahan kitna liya, kitna diya. I don't want that. For me, you can't be partially pregnant. Either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. Either you're in love with Baba or you're not in love with Baba. Either you have full faith in Baba or you have no faith in Baba. ये बीच का रास्ता gray area doesn't work. Not in faith. It may work in life, but not in faith.
Thank you so much for this beautiful conversation. I truly believe it's just, beautifully guided by Baba. You touched upon so many things, life's miracles, but also how to go beyond that and the relevance of those in today's times. So this has a lot of takeaway, a lot of things to meditate upon. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'll see you soon.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Now that conversation was a complete flow. I could tangibly feel Sai Baba's blessings there throughout. If you enjoyed this conversation and have more to share on this, please drop in your comments in the comment section below. Do share your thoughts with me. Tell me how you feel about this. Did it resonate with you? And what else would you like to hear from our guests? I'm your host Palak. Please subscribe to my channel if you found value, and I will see you again next time with another hidden gem in India.